What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? It's the Mr. 444 show talking that sports, business, and finances. And I just want to give up to you a follow up from the recap from yesterday. It was a great Sunday. All them games was great, but I was looking at Get Up this morning and they was talking about the Dallas Cowboy game and Chicago Bears. And they talking about Caleb Williams showed us something out there. He threw 4 touchdowns. First time the guy ain't never been sacked in 20 games. He had a career game on a high school defense. So what the hell that tell us, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What that tell me about Ben Johnson? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because at the end of the day, anybody they didn't need a coach on that team with how bad that Dallas defense is. Once they traded Micah Parsons away, they traded away everything, all their glaring holes. Micah Parsons set up, he hit a lot of their deficiencies. But now it looks like they just total checked out on defense. They totally checked out. This Diggs don't look the same. That offensive line is not the same. You see Clark look like he took a little hit yesterday. Jerry Jones said he want to stop the run. He didn't stop nothing. He didn't stop the run. Man, at the end of the day, it looked like they could have ran to New York after that game. That Dallas defense is crazy, man, and I want everybody to pump the brakes. Oh, this is Ben Johnson, and this is his good game, and all of this and all of that. Pump the fucking brakes, man. Come on now, let's be real. Let's be honest, man. That didn't show me nothing about Caleb Williams. All that told me was, at the end of the day, Dallas defense stink. At the end of the day, Dak Prescott sat out there and looked at like, he didn't even know what to do. You lose CeeDee Lamb. You get a half-ass Pickens that don't look like he want to be there, look like he don't want to be there. Here was his chance to show up and show out when Lamb stepped over. He could have got all the balls he wanted. But at the end of the day, he caused an interception. It went right through his hands. It looked like they all checked out once they knew that the offense seen how Chicago Bears ran 11 straight damn plays. If you run 11 straight plays on a defense, at the end of the day, the defensive coordinator, you should be calling for his job. Because if they ran 11 straight plays on you, the rest of the NFL going to run 11 straight plays. Jerry Jones got a problem. He said this morning after the press conference that this is a playoff team. A playoff team. They can't even play on a team, let alone play off a team. They nowhere near the playoffs right now. You got those draft picks at the end of the day from Green Bay, and you hope it turned into something. I hope what you thought about Jerry Jones, that everything that you thought about trading Micah Parsons, I hope it was worth it. Because at the end of the day, Dak Prescott going to have to put up 1,000. At the end of the day, Dak Prescott should get the offensive award this year because he's going to have to throw at least 4 touchdowns. Dak Prescott, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, Dak Prescott should throw the most touchdowns this year. He should throw every game. He has to throw at least 4 touchdowns for them to either win. That defense is atrocious, ladies and gentlemen. The defense is atrocious. It's bad. And Jerry Jones, after the game, he don't make it, help it out. But I can't grade Ben Johnson off this. I can't grade Caleb Williams off this. It's going to be very hard because they played a high school defense, ladies and gentlemen. You seen it yesterday. They played a high school defense. At the end of the day, they played the Dallas Cowboys played a high school defense, and they have a lot of problems. Schottenheimer got some problems on his hands. CeeDee Lamb is going to be out. Stephon Diggs look like he, injury is bothering him. They signed Jadeveon Clowney. So what do Clowney got enough in the tank to even get close or cause help his offensive line get to the quarterback? We shall see. But as of now, it looked like when you play the Dallas Cowboys, I feel bad when Philadelphia play them guys because at the end of the day, Saquon gonna have about 5,000 yards on him, man. I'm telling you, man. I can't make this up. I can't. So at the end of the day, that's it for the Dallas, and I want to go ahead and touch up on the Giants, man. Oh my God, Russell Wilson is trash, man. Russell Wilson is trash. He got Malik Neighbors out there. He got Rodell Robinson out there. He got Slater out there. He got that's a big tight end he got. But the offensive line, and you know what I mean, is not doing so much for him. But at the end of the day, Russ, you know, is trash, man. His best days are behind him. If it wasn't for that Legion of Boom defense, we wouldn't even know who Russ is. If it wasn't for Averill, Wagner, Sherman, and all those boys, Beast Mode, you should have just signed them. You should try to get them back in. Because signing Russell is at the end of the day, he didn't have to put up much. You know, back then, Russell give you 6 points. With that Legion of Boom defense, I think the Giants lose. Russ give you 6 points with that Legion of Boom defense, I believe the Giants lose. I mean, the Giants win, excuse me. If Russ had the Legion of Boom defense on the Giants, all he had to do was, you wouldn't care if he scored 6 to 12 points, because that's what they was doing. Russ, I don't know if you want to put Dart in there. They got a heavy schedule. But at the end of the day, you want to throw him out there. You drafted him in the first round. Dart plays tremendous during the rookie season, preseason, and everything like that. He had a great preseason. But at the end of the day, we got to be careful what you ask for. You want that young boy to develop. Let him look at some defenses. Let him read some of the defense. You got some huge games coming up that you're going to have to play the Chargers, the Eagles twice. You know, you're going to have to play the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. You're going to have to go out there. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. You got a heavy gauntlet. Do you want your guy Jackson Dart to throw him in the frying pan? You gotta see, you gotta, hey, at the end of the day, Daboll's job is on the line. At the end of the day, he's gone already. I believe they 0-3. At the end of the day, 0-3, may have a good draft pick to be able to bring in some more help because they got Dart to start the whole season next year. But at the end of the day, Russ is trash. Russ is trash. Don't get me wrong. The Chiefs gave him a lot of time to throw to win that game. Their defense was actually getting to Peyton Manning. That's one of my great favorite players. The defense was actually getting close to Patrick Mahomes. They was getting to him, and it's like I agree with this. What Darren Orlovsky said. If it wasn't for 4 amazing plays, Giants could have won that game. But once again, you got Patrick Mahomes, and people sitting there talking about, is the Chiefs dad, is the Chiefs this? Brady didn't win pretty, man. He won with, did you know who knew who Julian Edelman was? Nobody. Who knew what Danny Amendola, who knew who he was? Who knew what Gronkowski was before Brady made him? Who knew what Hogan was? Who knew what Falk was? These are guys that we didn't know, but Brady made them great. At the end of the day, he made them household names. So Patrick Mahomes is going to make you a household name. You just got to get there. They got a deep threat in that boy Thornton. And when Xavier Worthy come back and Rice come back and you got that deep threat with Thornton, that's going to stretch the defense and be able to let Kelsey eat. Right now, you don't have that deep threat, so now the defense could collapse on Kelsey, and Kelsey look like a fish out of water right now. Maybe it's the, you know what I mean, the last ring he may get is a wedding ring. Who knows? I hope not. But the last ring Travis Kelsey may get is a wedding ring. Be honest with you, man. Or, I hate to say this ring, the suffering. We don't want the suffering, because you're going to get 3 rings. Engagement ring, wedding ring, and you just hope you don't get that suffering. You don't want that. But, you know, the Giants, man, look bad. They need to go ahead and put Dart in there. I think they need to go ahead and, you know, start Dart, put him out there, let him see. let Dart, you know what I mean? I may give Russell one more game. In the middle of that game, I may pull him. I may go ahead and do that. Let's get to these Eagles. Oh my God, the Eagles is a hell of a game. Shout outs to them Eagles, you know. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to AJ Brown, man. You throw that ball one-on-one to AJ, he's going to make you look bad. You definitely got to double cover that guy. You know, Jalen Hurts looked good. You took away the running game. They stopped the run. St. Louis did a good thing. I mean, Las Vegas Rams did a good thing. I'm still calling them St. Louis Rams, but they had a great game. Matthew Stafford came back and led them boys down the field, and Big Jordan Davis blocked that punt, and the rest is history. That big boy took it straight down to the house. Shout outs to Jordan Davis. Shout outs to him. You know what I mean? Him, you know, coming in the league, you know, they said he was too big. He got his weight up under him, and he started doing his thing. He dropped some weight. The boy could run. Last year, like they said, I don't think they make that play. I don't think he make it to the end zone last year. But this year, he seemed more ready to take a hold of his career and do his damn thing. Shout outs to Jordan Davis and the whole Philadelphia defensive line, Mitchell and all those guys. They had a great game. They came back. They never stopped believing. And that's what they say in Philly. That's all they do is win, win, win. Shout outs to Philly. But you know they're going to have to deal with Matthew Stafford. They're going to have to deal with Puka. They're going to have to deal with Devontae Adams. They coming at the end of the day. You going to see you have to play them boys in the playoffs, so you know what's yet to come. And Matthew Stafford feeling that game was taken away from him from his kicker. So shout outs to him, and shout outs to, you know, the whole Philly. Shout outs to Las Vegas Rams. And we're going to definitely talk about those, we have to talk about this game that I'm about to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen this game. That Chargers game, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at that Chargers game, man, and Bo Nix and that defense, man. That defense came to play, and that game got away from them. But I really thought Denver was going to win that game. Shout out to Justin Herbert. He stayed in there. He took some hits. You know, he stayed in the pocket. Shout out to Harbaugh. You know, Sean Payton, I think you should have just went for it on that short goal, that 4th and half a yard. I think you should have went for it. At the end of the game is on the line. You got Harbaugh across there. You got Justin Herbert playing lights out this year so far. So I think you should have went for that game. And, you know, shout out to Justin Herbert. Shout out to Bo Nix. You know, shout out to McConkey, man. He is he may be small, but that's a hell of a wide receiver, man. Conkey is a hell of a wide receiver. I take that. I don't take nothing away from him. I do not take nothing away from Matt Conkey. He is a hell of a player, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what he's playing. He knows what he's doing out there. He's a good complimentary piece to, you know, Justin Herbert. You know, let's go ahead and talk about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is doing his thing, ladies and gentlemen. Baker Mayfield is in line for a good contract. This is his second year. He signed a 3-year deal. I think $150 million guarantee. The boy about to get $100 million guarantee. Baker doing his thing out there, man. I'm not going to lie. This is the 3rd straight week. Baker has been the most clutchest quarterback in the NFL today. Baker is leading his team. He's about to take hold of that division, and next thing you know, they're going to win another division title. Baker Mayfield career, I couldn't have wrote it no better. He's out there every time you think he's down. He loses his star. Mike Evans go down, and you sitting there saying who he's going to go to. That rookie Ibuka, oh my God, this boy is coming of age. He is coming of age. I'm not going to lie. And I think they lose him. They don't even have one of their receivers that's out hurt. So at the end of the day, they're going to get stronger. Tampa Bay is about to get stronger, boy. They is out there. Baker is playing lights out. Shout out to Baker, man, for what he did to his career. He is playing lights out, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all check out Baker. Go follow him. I think, you know, Baker is so far is in line for that MVP. Right now, Baker is looking lights out. Lights out. 3 straight games he had to come back. 3 straight games he had to lead the team to a drive to get back, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all know, check out Tampa Bay. They coming. I don't know. You still got the Green Bay Packers. You know, you still got the Lions and you got the Eagles. But you need to pay attention to Green Bay. Not Green Bay. You need to pay attention to Tampa Bay. That's the wrong Bay. Not Green Bay, Tampa Bay. We all have high hopes for Green Bay. We think Green Bay should go to the playoffs. They the sucking coming. They got the Bears defense. They got the 03 Ravens defense. They just got Micah Parsons. They got this. Oh my God! And look what happened to their ass yesterday. Look what happened to Green Bay yesterday. That Browns defense got at him, boy. That Brown defense was in his house. It's like when he woke up, the Browns defense was on his couch every time. It's like he was coming downstairs and you seen the Browns defense in his house. He's like, damn, you still here? He go out to the car, the Browns defense right there. And they was on his ass. They was on it. It was a good, don't get me wrong, that was a good defensive game until he threw that pick. Cleveland beat them in about the last 7 minutes. They was down. I was cursing Flacco out. I was like, come on now. If they had half a quarterback, a piece of quarterback, a corner of a quarterback, a smidgen of a quarterback, a drop of a quarterback, a dot of a quarterback, they probably would have beat that win. They probably would have been 2 or 3-0. I know they would have beat the Bengals if they had a kicker. You know what I mean? If they had a kicker. If they had a quarterback, they would have won this game by I don't know, but I know that Joe Flacco, he missed a lot of throws, man. He missed a lot of throws. But at the end of the day, that blocked field goal. Now, you get up this morning, Damian Woody will get up this morning, I can't trust Jordan Love. And then, Rex Ryan and Dan Orlovsky, this is what he do in big games. Y'all said this is what Jordan Love is. We didn't. Y'all the people that's sitting here and talking about Jordan Love, how he's the second coming of base football. Jordan Love is the second coming of Brett Favre. Jordan Love is the second coming of Aaron Rodgers. Come on now. Come on now. The man ain't even doing nothing yet. You still got the Lions out there. You still got the Eagles out there. And you see St. Louis, they coming. They coming. The Commanders is coming. Matt Jones was looking like, oh my God, you see the 49ers, look at them. That boy Shanahan, he could take anybody. He could take a quarterback or a horseback, goddamn it, I'm telling you. He could take a quarterback. He could go get somebody from high school, Kyle Shanahan. That boy is good. Look what he's doing. Matt Jones is 2-0. Do you believe that? Mac Jones opens the season 2-0. Matt Jones. Is he going to follow the Baker and Sam Darnold route? I don't know. The boy had to go get a brace. Matt Jones had to go get a brace. And then came back and beat Shaw with a brace on. Matt Jones had to come back and, that was an awesome game too. I know that was an awesome game, but that Green Bay game, that was a hell of a defensive game. Shout out to Myles Garrett. Shout out to all them boys on Ward, all them boys on the front line. They did their thing. Shout outs to them. All you guys, kudos to you guys. Kudos to Michael Parsons. Kudos to y'all. But Michael Parsons this morning, you said that, even Super Bowl teams lose. You're supposed to take that and say, you know what, I don't want to lose. That's a good, different mindset. So you are at least it's good to know, Michael Parsons, that you have Super Bowl aspirations. But don't say even Super Bowl teams lose. Don't rationalize. Use that to get better. Use that to say, you know what, that game, that loss, the Super Bowl teams, even though they lost, they never let that game take a hold of them. Don't rationalize. So stop trying to put pennies in the bank. Stop putting pennies in the bank and say, hey, at least I put away something. Let's not do that, Michael Parsons. Come on now, you better than that, man. Take this game, you know what I mean? It was a great game. You didn't get no, whatever the case may be, no sacks or whatever. So at the end of the day, take it with a grain of salt and move on and get ready for Dallas next week, because at the end of the day, you may have about 6 sacks, Micah Parsons. You may have a career year on Dak Prescott. I'm not going to lie. So save your energy for that game. Shout out to you, Micah Parsons. Shout out to everybody over there on the whole Green Bay defensive front line. But it was a good weekend for football and everything like that. I love the way the games is coming on. But like I said, the Steelers, shout outs to Aaron Rodgers for breaking that record. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to everybody over there. Shout outs to the Steelers. Shout outs to Mike Tomlin. Shout outs to everybody on Get Up. But, like I said, man, it was a great game. It was a great weekend. Jacksonville got those Texans, man. I don't know. C.J. Stroud, I don't know, man. You may be hitting a rookie wall because you 0-3, and there's only one team that ever made the playoffs that went down 0-3. So, C.J. Stroud, I believe in you. I believe you can turn it around. I believe that you can actually, turn this team around and get to the playoffs and everything like that. But hey, you could have beat Jacksonville. They was giving you that game. Trevor Lawrence was giving you that game, man. They was giving you that game, man. Over and over and over again, just as well as you tried to hand it to them, but they kept trying to hand it to you. So that game came down to whoever wanted it. Shout outs to Jacksonville. Shout outs to Trevor Lawrence. Shout outs to Travis Hunter. They gave him. He played more on defense this game. Less on, he got one catch for 21 yards, I think, on offense. But, I don't know how to use Travis Hunter. They need to call Dion and ask Dion how to use Travis Hunter a little bit better, because, I don't know if it's Trevor Lawrence or the coaches or, that new coach they got out there, Duval. Maybe that's him. Duval. Maybe that's him. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Shout out to that guy on Minnesota. He got a pick six, fumble, pick up and score. Oh, my God. He's a rookie of he's a defensive player of the year already. With what he did, I don't think nobody could top that, what he did, what that boy did. At the end of the day, the defense beat them. But and New Orleans stinks. I don't even know why they didn't take Shador. At the end of the day, and this was happening, they should have took Shador. They wanted to sit down and talk with the other NFL league owners, but I believe they should have took Shador, man. That's what I think. You know what I mean? New Orleans stink. But you know what I mean? They may be tanking for Archie. And maybe Archie may go to somebody, and I hope if Archie go to somebody, I hope they could get his uncle as an offensive coordinator. Then you know what I mean, be able to resurrect and start talking better about Archie, because they trying to say Archie stinks. But, maybe it's the developers. I always say it. Sometimes you got to look at the developer and look how they developed you. Because when you look at Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, and some of these other quarterbacks, they just got with the right developer and, brought the best out of them. Look at Lamar Jackson after they changed his offensive coordinator. He got with Todd Monken, and he just started doing a lot of he just got more offensive. So maybe it's somebody like that, When you got Jalen Daniels, and he got Kyle Kingsbury. These guys knew what they was doing when they know how to build the offense. Maybe they head coaching jobs ain't go correct, but Kyle Kingsbury know how to, maybe not did good in Arizona, but he put Kyler Murray. He did a little bit with Kyler Murray, but he know how to do quarterback. So maybe Archie Manning needs a good developer, so to say. So I'm not worried about Archie. I guess New Orleans going to tank for Archie, because that will be a good place for Archie Manning to, go, because Grandpa's been there. So, I believe that, with the right setup, it'll be a good story for him to land in New Orleans. But We got the Lions and the Ravens tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Who y'all got? Leave it in the comment. I want to know who y'all got. But I want to know in the comments how y'all feel about the football weekend. What you feel about Green Bay, the way they lost to the Browns. What you feel about Minnesota. Do you think Carson Wentz going to be the next Sam Darnold? Do you think that J.J. McCarthy, they going to go with Carson Wentz or what you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what's in the comments. Do you think Matthew Stafford felt better about walking away from that game knowing that he blew it, or knowing with a good head on his shoulder? Shout outs to Philly. You know, it's like the NFL is getting greater and it's getting a lot of great teams, and I'm just so eager to see what's going to go moving forward. But I definitely like to see what's going to happen with these Lions and Detroit tonight. I'm taking the Ravens. So if you taking the Ravens, leave a comment. And I just want y'all to show, this is sports, let y'all know, this is Mr. McNeil, sports, business, and finances. And next video, I'm going to touch on Dana White, and we're going to talk about how Dana White trying to destroy boxing, how Dana White trying to cloud the minds of the people, and how Dana White trying to make us believe he's investing in the sport. Oh, I invest in the sport. You invest in a sport to get the intellectual property out of it so you could own it. So basically, all them facilities that you bought, them high performance centers and all them, your company owns it. Those are buildings, intellectual property. So if you go buy a building and buy equipment and buy all this, yes, you invested in the sport. But at the end of the day, that business tells me that at the end of the day, that intellectual building that you bought is going to increase in value in 10 years. So that's going to always give the UFC value to be able to go up, because evaluation's always going to be able to go up every day because of the property increasing that you invested in. So that's why you trying to say, oh, Bob Orr and them didn't care about building buildings and doing all of this. You go to the gym, train. At the end of the day, I'm gonna pay you to fight, and you meet me here, and we gonna pay you to meet me here. You want Bob Orr to go get facilities. You want them to go get 500 employees. That costs money. You ain't gonna pay it. Guess who's gonna pay it? The fighters. And we're gonna talk about that next segment. 444, Mr. 444, again, sports, business, and finances. And y'all know what my slogan is. I'm out.